Okay, I forgot. Okay, well, in that case, welcome everyone. This now I am live finally, and I'm sorry about this. I forgot to push that button, but finally I realized that there is a button where I go online. And anyway, the point is I'm playing Bridgemaster level one board simply just to feel to make myself feel a bit better about my bridges. It hasn't been going very well recently. So I hope this is fine for everyone. I only played two boards, and my plan is to go through the entire level one and maybe level two. So this is a seven spade contract. So the level one is very easy, honestly. So I should be able to do it. Um, okay. Now it looks like yeah, it's a seven spade contract where I need to rough a heart into me. I don't think there's anything better than that. The only question might be how I get back to my hand. But of course, drawing trump would be an issue because then clubs, even if they're 3-2, cannot be enjoyed. So, ace king of hearts, heart rough. If this heart goes through, then I'm basically called. The only way they can beat me now if they rough this diamond, and of course a diamond is better than a club in this case because diamonds would need to be 8-0 in order to beat me. And let's see. So there's no claim button as far as I know, at least. But let's see. Yeah, if you have seven spades, if seven spades is the contract, then basically you need to play all 13 tricks because of the lack of the claim button. Um, Contract made. That's nice. So you can go to this part of BBO, and it's just completely free to everyone right now. Next deal. Not much to explain. So we're in slam again. Actually, slam hands are often just much easier than game hands or part score hands because basically you have very little in terms of so it can happen that you have only one decision to take, um, and then often it's just a simple case of doing of just taking this and making this one choice, and then you're home or you're down or whatever. But in a part score deal, it can be that you need a lot of different decisions, and a lot of different suits have losers, and then you need to like think in terms of the entire hand. Of course, in slam hands, you also need to think of it that way, but often it's not needed. So the only question is here how to play trumps, and the best way of playing it is overtake the jack first, then crossing clubs, let's say, and then take the finesse. It's the eight ever maxim. So you have eight trumps. That means you always need to finesse against the queen. Of course, always is an overstatement here, but unless you know something very convincing about the hand, then this is indeed the right way of playing. And king, jack, everything is high. So the trump. So this was one of those hands where it just came down to trumps. So it was actually an easy way of playing it, and that's why these lower level problems, I guess, are slam hands because it's easier to identify the problem. And let's say if it was some two spade contract, then people would have a lot of different ways of playing it, and it would be very hard to compare the different lines, honestly. Six hearts. Ah, okay, yeah. So this is now we have nine trumps, and the difference is that if you have nine trumps, then you need to catch the ace and the king. So you can play the jack in case it gets covered, but if it doesn't get covered, then you should just catch the ace and king. In fact, finessing is not a terrible mistake, but it's a slight statistical underdog. In the meantime, I can. I'm not sure what I can do to entertain you while I'm taking all my tricks, but let's just do it. Just play all the tricks. 11 and 12 in the end. So 5. I think there's like 70? I don't know how many. I'm just gonna play until something happens. I don't know. Either I fall asleep or the internet goes down or something. 6 hearts again. Okay, this is an interesting hand here. Well, yeah, it would have been an interesting hand on a spade lead or something. In this case, the point is that you have enough tricks. The only problem is, what if trumps are 3-1? So if I play ace of hearts, of course, if they're 4-0, then I have nothing I can do, since it would be queen jack 10-9 are missing. And if they're 2-2, I can claim, and if they're not 2-2, I need to pay attention that I should just force them to take their trump trick now, because there's no other entry to the clubs. Let's see. Jack of diamonds, and now I can just take all the club tricks, throw all the spades. On a spade lead, it would have been a bit more tricky. I mean, a bit more tricky in the sense of it would have needed to hope for a 2-2 trump split. And now, in the meantime, I'm just enjoying this wonderful series. 6 boards in a row, I took the right decisions. It is a bit like Kramer in Seinfeld going to this karate club, and in fact he was just beating up some kids. Okay, it's a 7-0 trump, and the only way we can go down if spades are 4-0 and I miscast spades. But in this case, if I play low to the king, then I manage to catch the jack fourth here or the jack fourth there. So that's the thing you need to know about this hand. I'm lucky that I have the 10 and the 9, so it means that the jack cannot hurt me, because the jack 8, the 8 would fall under the 9 basically. So in this case, I have so many tricks that I can even discard the ace of diamonds on it. You would usually do this if you want to tell your partner who is dummy that the contract is safe. There's another convention. If you ever go to that website, I don't remember what it was called, Bridge Guys, where you have all these conventions described, and there is one convention called Congratulatory Jack, which would mean that you're playing an unnecessary jack from dummy just to tell your partner that you're happy with his or her bidding, and that would just make your partner happy. Board 8. $21. Ah, yeah, exactly. So now this is the partner of that board, which the point is that now the only bad ways that spade can split is still 4-0, and it would be jack 10 fourth, right? If that's 4-0, but in that case, if West has it, then I am actually completely hopeless. There's nothing I can do. There's no other source of tricks, so I can't take any extra tricks in hearts or diamonds. So what it means is that the only way I can catch any 4-0 is that if East has it. So that means that I need to catch the ace here. And if West discards, then I can play low onto the 9. And if East splits the honors, then I can come back and repeat the finesse. In fact, I don't even need this 5 of spades, but I did need 9 of spades from my hand. So yeah, so far so good. 8 out of 8. And I'm actually, not to be like all smug about this, but I'm pretty sure I will manage to go through all of them. Normally, I can handle up to and including level 4. Level 5 is very hit and miss. Let's see. We're in 3 no trump, so not 7 or 6. Okay, now the question is... yeah, is this about not playing the jack on trick 1? So if I play low on trick 1, and he plays, let's say, the king, then I have a double stop. So how many tricks do I have? I have 2 spades, 2 hearts is 4, 2 clubs is 6, so plus 3 diamonds is 9. If I play the jack and East plays the queen, and it can be that if I take it, then West king will sink the contract basically. If East has the ace of diamonds, so that's why you need to play low on trick 1. Take this, and now the doubleton 10 and the stiff jack make for 1 more stop, which is enough to make the contract. And I could have played on, well no, I couldn't have played on clubs. I mean, I could have played on clubs, but even if they're 3-2, then there's just 1 more trick when I need 3 tricks. It's important that I don't take the 10 of clubs, the 10 of spades, because it's actually not a trick, so don't take tricks if they're not tricks. Important life lessons that you learn in bridge. That's the main thing. Don't play the jack at trick 1, but if you don't have the 10 in your hand, then you should play the jack. Let's see. Next deal. Board 10. How many deals are there? Okay, I could go through the 36A ones and leave it at that. 6 no trump. And it's just double finessing clubs, I guess. There's nothing else I can think of. 3 spades plus 3 hearts is 6. 7, 8, so you need 4 tricks out of clubs, and the double finesse is the only way you can do that. And I cannot tuck this, of course, because I will lose a club trick, whichever way I play it. And let's see. And in this case, they are 4-1, but it doesn't matter because I can repeat the finesse, and in this case, at this point, West only has 1 more club, so it's all high. Not too hard, I admit. Another 3 no trump, and in this case on this board, the only way I can make this, well, no, there's two ways I can make it. Either um, spades are 4-4, or spades are 5-3, but the ace of clubs was with 3-card spade. I'm just gonna duck. And in real life, maybe you wanna take some outside tricks to mislead them, or maybe somebody will discard a spade or something. But in here, it doesn't actually matter unless it's technically required. So unless it's a squeeze or something where you need the kind of the wrong discard when maybe all the discards are wrong. But if there's a right discard, then defense would find it. Even if it's single dummy, it's not obvious. 11, going on to 12. Okay, so this is the funny one. You have two spade tricks plus 4 hearts are 6 plus 7, 8 is 9. So sorry, is 8. And basically the only way you can make an extra trick is either if, so the only two ways is either diamonds are 3-3 or you just play on clubs all the time. I'm wondering here. You cannot play on clubs, right? Well, they would take 2 spades and 3 clubs anyway, right? So I think you need to play on diamonds here. I think you play on diamonds. I don't know. I don't get it. Okay, there were 3-3, so because I know there is also a hand where you need to play on clubs, but this cannot be it. Yeah, I almost started playing clubs, but no, that just doesn't add up in this case. 9 tricks. So I have 1/3 is done. $16. This is about trick 1 play, right? And the only way you can realistically hope is if the queen holds. If West underled the ace king, and in this case they did. Well, the only other way what you can hope for is that East has ace king doubleton, or East has the ace and plays it unnecessarily. But like I said, defense here is double dummy, and anyway, it's just the way you would play it in real life. Nine tricks. Faster, come on, let's do it. I have 19. Yeah, I think the whole point here is, so the question is, are 4 club tricks enough? And in this case, there are, because you have two diamonds, two hearts, and the ace of spades. And you can take this safely. And then the only question is, do you need to take the finance? Because if you take the finance, then you need to cross to north with the king of hearts, and that will not work out. Then you run out of entries. If the king is, if there's at least three cards. So if the king is in a 3-card suit. You can also duck a club from your hand instead of playing the ace first, but the ace first catches the double stiff king. So that's the difference. 8, 9. Okay, yeah, I know what this is about. It's about the blockage in clubs. So what you need to do is overtake the queen, unblock clubs, and then you have a bunch of tricks. Anyway, even if it weren't enough for 9 tricks, then definitely anything else you would do would also not work. So in this case, I think we have 10 tricks. Yeah, 10. Let's go for it a bit faster. I promised a speed run, so two hearts, 4 clubs is 6. 3 diamonds. 3 diamonds is 9. 10, 11 with the spade ace king. So actually, it's not that easy. Normally you would play ace king hoping for a doubleton queen, but in this case I think it's better to play the ace first and then a low one. That way I still win if West has a doubleton queen, but I also win if West has queen fourth, and that's the main win compared to East having queen fourth. Sorry, East having queen doubleton. So West having queen fourth is more likely than East having queen doubleton. They're just more combinations. So ace first in case somebody has the stiff queen, and then a low spade. And I can show you, I'm pretty sure that's what the solution will also say. And basically the reason why doubleton queen is less likely than fourth queen, I mean, of course it makes kind of sense, but the mathematical reason is you have 6 outside cards, and 5 of them are low, let's say. And basically, you have 5 ways you can have doubleton queen, and then which one of the low 5, the 5 low ones is next to it. But if you have a fourth queen, then you have 10 different ways. So 5 times 4 divided by 2 is how you can, how many low doubletons you can have, and that's the main reason. So low doubleton is more likely. There are more low doubletons out there than queen doubletons. 16. This is the hand, where you just need to play on diamonds. There's nothing you can do, so you might as well play on diamonds. A club lead might have made this hand interesting, but in this case, they're just a bit too late. And in fact, they're still not interested in clubs. I guess if clubs are 4-3, then that is just the way it is. Yeah, well, apparently spades are 5-2, so if West now had the diamond stop, then we would go down, but there's nothing else that had any chance in this board. You can also note or see that all these pips, like all the lowish cards, they're always very, very low. And all the high cards are very high, so like ace, king, queen, jack. Just to keep these boards a bit easier, a bit more understandable, and a bit less debatable, basically. You know. So spades were 5-2, which is the main threat to our contract, but the last diamond stop was in east and not in west. So we're in 4 hearts. I assume we're gonna lose 3 diamond tricks here. And I guess West will play a spade here. And the point is that, oh wait, no. Okay, but the point is which finesse to take. So the point is if I take the spade finesse and it holds, it actually doesn't help me with the clubs. But if I take the club finesse and it holds, then it does help me with the spades. So that's why it's a better thing to do it that way. And ace of clubs. Okay. So 4 clubs plus, so 2 spades, 3 hearts is 5, plus 4 clubs is 9, plus the 2 diamonds is 11. So I'm afraid the only way I can make this is if West has the queen jack of diamonds. In real life I might take some club tricks. I mean, honestly, yeah, let's just play the diamond. And in this case, apparently, West split the diamond honors, but of course we don't know that yet. And yeah, this was a very lucky slam, but we made it. 12 tricks to the good guys. It's the only way I could have made it. Yeah, so that we are done with half the deals. 6 spades. So I need to cross the dummy to take the spade finesse. And I guess what they're asking me is to overtake the queen with the king, and then I have 2 entries to dummy. Otherwise I'm not sure what they're asking. But playing a low onto the king would have meant that I can't repeat the finesse. If East has 3. And East does indeed have 3. So, yep. Sometimes a hand is just this easy. And I don't need the queen of clubs, so I didn't unblock the clubs. Since that would have just led to an additional source of danger. do this next deal. Four hearts. Okay, I think the point here is to duck a diamond early. Can take this, draw trumps, duck a diamond, and if diamonds are 3-2, then I'm home. In fact, in some cases you can even duck 2 diamonds with this suit combination, and that would work if that would get you 1 extra trick in case they're 4-1. You could take also the ace first, but I think it doesn't matter. Yeah, in real life I would take some trumps as well, maybe. Although it's a bit dangerous. It's gonna be very embarrassing if I get one of these wrong. It's level 1, I'm not supposed to get these wrong. Okay. Four spades? So this is about heart roughs, I guess. Should be. A spade lead would have embarrassed me, but now they're too late. And not even, even one round of spades by me would have been dangerous. In this case, I would have had one less trump, right? So it's actually not so hard to count. Diamond back or club back, I'm pretty sure it's very close, so it doesn't really matter what I do. But now I have 10 tricks. I am home. Let's see. 21. We're in 3-note trump with 1 spade, 4 hearts is 5. 6 with ace of clubs. So 4 hearts. 4 hearts. And the 2 aces is 6. So I need 3 tricks. And the point is that if I take the club finesse and it works, then it's I still don't get 9 tricks. I only get 8. So I need to assume that whoever has long spades, probably West, also does not have the ace of diamonds. And I can just start playing on clubs, on diamonds. If East has a spade, then we're gonna hope that West also has a spade, meaning they're 4-4. In this case, East ran out of space probably, or East is Gib and just doesn't like returning their partner suit. I'm sorry, 24 now. Definitely like the bidding. And now this is an interesting hand. Ah yeah, I guess it's a cross rough, right? Which means that they take these 3 tricks, and now if I'm lucky, then I can take the 2 minor suit aces and then cross ruff them. I think it's most accurate to take both aces first. And if this ruff holds and that ruff holds, then I'm home because I only have high hearts. It's kind of cool that they had the queens there, so ace queen rather than ace fifth. It's a little confusing, of course, but in this case, not so much. 10 tricks to the good guys. We had good trumps, but not so much else. If they had played something else, some other lead, then I could have thought of taking one of the finesses and doing that. It's very often the case that before you start your cross ruff, you need to take outside tricks. In this case, I guess they're kind of inside tricks, but they're still the top tricks. So, and the reason why you do that is that defense could possibly ruff something. I'm not sure I like the 3-note trumpet. It looks a little optimistic, but if my partner is this strong, then I'm pretty happy. I have 6, 7, 8 tricks, so that's a little disappointing. Is it just a question of playing on clubs? Because spades, I don't have timing for spades. I guess so. I can't see anything better than the club finesse, so let's just take it. In real life, it would have been offside, but this is not real life. This is Bridge Master, so you get rewarded for vaguely correct play. Well, not vague. I mean, these hands are actually, so even the beginner hands, it's very, very rare that you actually find something to complain about. I mean, they're actually built in such a way that the beginner line is the correct line. 25. What is 25? So this is 4 hearts. Oh yeah, the point here is that if I draw trumps, then they can get their spade loser, their spade winner, and I don't want that, so I need to play on diamonds before I even draw one round of trump. And once they do that, once they take their ace, then I can go over, play the queen of diamonds, and enjoy my game bonus. And now we're home. 10 tricks. We're almost there. Almost there, I mean almost at 36. 2 hearts, 4 hearts. Let's see what my partner has. I wish all my 2 heart openings were this nice. Okay. The question is, should I cover this? Instinctively, no. Like if East has the stiff ace, then and I don't need to cover it. And if East has the doubleton ace, I also don't need to. The question will be then on the next track. Ah, yeah, of course. That's the whole point. Yeah. So assuming West has the queen jack and East has the ace, if I cover this, then East can take the ace and play back a spade, and my 10 will be caught. If I don't cover this, then West, if West plays the jack, I can cover the king. East will take it, and then the 10 is high. If West plays low, then I can play low from dummy, and that's why you don't cover. It's actually pretty basic, and I should have known this automatically. And even if East has now the doubleton ace, then I'm still fine because East will run out of spades. And now, basically, even if they play a spade or whatever, I have very high trumps, so I'm fine. Oh yeah, well now, yeah, they can't put me in dummy. I don't know if I could have avoided this. I don't think so. Okay. Okay, well, that was a close one. I had this nagging feeling that I did something wrong, but that's not the case in this case. There was nothing I could have done about it, and the fact that Gib didn't, or Bridgemaster didn't punish me is positive evidence for this. Oh, I just want to see the solution. Yeah, I'm 4 hearts. Yes. Duck, duck, duck. Yes. Yeah. Then he can take and return a spade. 4. Yes. Covers. Ace wins. Low spade. You can low. Yes. Do they say anything about coming back from dummy? Holds up the ace to avoid. Ah, okay, yeah. So I could have not roughed, but I did rough it. Yeah, okay. I thought there was something more complicated than that. 4 spades by me. 17 count. Perfect bidding. Let's see. It's gonna lose 3 diamonds, and the only question is, how do I avoid losing 4 diamonds? And the only way I can do that is just starting playing diamonds very early. So they can play a spade now. Problem could happen the next round, right? Ah, but it's still fine. I'm still fine. Because I have entries to my hand as well, so... I'm not fine. East could play a spade. If East has a spade, then he could play it, but in this case I was lucky. Heart, I guess. So either diamond's worth 3-3, or whoever has the 4th diamond doesn't have the 3rd spade. That was my chance, or they mess up in defense. Eight more boards. Okay, 3 no trump. And yeah, I mean, I just, without even counting tricks, the point is to duck a club in case they're 4-1. And in this case, yeah, I have 4 tricks, 4 top tricks, ace, ace, king, ace, king. So if I duck this club, then I will have 5 clubs plus 4 outside tricks, making for 9. Ace of clubs, king of clubs. And they were 4-1 just to make me feel better. So if they had been 3-2, then I could have started kicking myself for throwing away an overtrip. Of course, in some cases you do need to play safe, and in others you don't. And that's the whole point of bridge. That's the story of my life and everybody's life. However, when in doubt, you should just try to make your contract. Because you never know what others do. Ah, okay. Yeah, this is a similar one. You just need to take the ace here first. Just before yeah, I have the two club tricks, and I'm gonna have like six diamonds, two clubs, and the ace of hearts. And if I had taken the jack and trick one, then I would have blocked the suit, and I would have been contingent on a 2-1 split in diamonds, which was an unnecessary assumption. So 9 tricks for us. Let's do it. I'm a very bad hand, but I end up as declarer. Okay, 6 more boards, let's do it. And 3 no trump, and I need to play on, I need to do something smart about clubs, right? Heart should be okay. And but what is the point of this hand? What could I do wrong? I don't quite get it. So this is a 7-2 fit. Ah, of course. So is the only point that I shouldn't discard the 2 of diamonds? Maybe that's the only point. I can even discard the club, but the heart is also safe. Because it could be the case that I need to come back and take the club finesse. If clubs are 4-0 and West has 4. What? Did I misplay this? And if I... Ah, no, I didn't misplay it. Do I still have enough tricks? I have 1 trick now. Plus 4 in hearts and clubs. Plus 4 in diamonds. Yeah, that's still 9. But then, what could I have done wrong? I don't get it. This hand I don't get. I just simply that a diamond discard would have been wrong. Oh, I was really shocked, like that I somehow misplayed this, but I was very confused about what, because normally at least I know that, oh, there's a decision, and then I don't know what to do, and then I'm prepared to have taken the wrong decision. But okay, club lead. Oh yeah, this is easy. Yeah, you just need to overtake the queen even if it holds the trick. 4 clubs, 2 spades, 2 hearts, ace of diamonds. Nine tricks. Okay, 4 more, and then I'm done with the whole set. How much am I taking? It's about 1.5 minutes. So. 3 diamonds. Okay. It's the first bar score deal, I think. I'm gonna play the check. I'm not taking the ace for sure. Okay, East had ace queen of hearts and exits a spade. Interesting. I don't quite get the point yet. So they have two heart tricks. Is this something about heart rubs or something? I don't know. Now wait, West had the ace of diamonds. Is that the point? That I need to pay attention to who has what? West had the ace of diamonds. And East showed the ace queen of hearts, so East probably has the ace of clubs, or is that it? I don't know. I'm gonna take one more of these and then take the finesse. I mean, okay. I guess that's the point. But if that's the point, then the hand is a bit hard, isn't it? For level 1. Wait. Was that? Ah, he would not underlead. I thought it was something like he would not have underled, which would have been a terrible misspelling. LED is how you write the past tense of lead. Lead, led, led. Yeah. No reason to put off playing trump. West wins the ace. King spades. Drawing trump. South must avoid losing to club tricks. Unlikely. Only 11 high card points. Yeah. 2 aces, a double ton, and trump support. West would have supported hearts. Yeah, that's true. Anyway. I didn't say that part, but it will be some kind of spade contract. 2 spades, 4 spades. 3 more boards. I will play low from dummy. 2 spade, 4 spade, and then basically here I will need to figure out what's going on, right? East has passed and now shows ace queen of hearts. Now I will take the spade finesse. I guess East will have the king. Yeah, that's the problem. That basically I have this way of thinking that already shows you. So like East has ace queen of hearts plus the king of spades, so the ace of diamonds cannot be in East, otherwise he would have opened. East passed in first seat, so I can just play a low to the king safely. And in real life, I don't know if I take these decisions very seriously. Like if I would actually pick up on this, I do try, but it's a struggle. Let's put it that way. 2 more boards, and then I will be officially a level 1 genius. And where level 1 is the worst level. Two hearts. Okay. Okay, again, there will be something with a decision. Yes, so West shows 15 to 17. No, I hope everything's fine. There's something about drop frames, I don't know. Well, let's see. King of clubs. So West shows ace king of clubs already. And let's try to count his points. King of clubs and king of spades. Ace king of clubs. Probably has also the ace of clubs, right? Yes. So that means that he showed already 14 points. So West is known not to have the ace of diamonds, because otherwise that would mean that West has 18 and not 17, which is his maximum. Unfortunately, in real life, this is not 100% decision, because it's not always. So some people do downgrade, but in this case, ace king, and ace, that would be a pretty strong hand. So, and this is the last board. I hope everything's fine. I don't know why suddenly everything went black, but I'm almost there. So we're in 4 hearts, and I need to do something about clubs. And I wonder if the point is that I need to take the club finesse instantly, because I'm not guaranteed another entry. I only have 2 entries, so if I start drawing trumps, then I can only take the club finesse once. I think that's the point. I can draw trump and repeat. Oh wait, was this? Ah, whatever. Doesn't really matter. I'm pretty sure both people followed suit, but 5 tricks plus 5 more would make for 10. That will be 10 tricks. And so contract made. The point was, of course, yeah, so then you need to start playing clubs instantly, because otherwise you run out of entries. And I think the streaming thing should be fixed by now. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna play a few more. This is just so much fun. I feel like such a genius. At least level 1, and now this will be level 1B. 3 no trump. Ah, okay, yeah. You shouldn't take this finesse, because then you can go down on a hard switch. You have 9 tricks. Okay. Should be pretty easy. Nine tricks. And you know what? I'm just gonna stop here. But I have a bunch of viewers now. It's so weird. I don't know what to do. Okay, let's say until board 4, so B4. And then I have 40 boards. So what shows ace, king, queen of hearts? Is this about the diamond roughing finesse? Well, I guess. I mean, there's no other way I can make this. So now we learned about roughing finesses. Whenever you're in a trump contract and you don't know what to do, then often roughing finesses give you a good chance of making, because I mean, often, let's say if you have like ace queen jack 10 9 or something, and the stiff in your hand, then even if the normal finesse works, then that's just two tricks. And even if you go for the roughing finesse and you're wrong, then you get a bunch of tricks anyway. So two more boards, this and the next. We're in 6-note trump. Or we're gonna lose the ace of diamonds. Well, I mean, not necessarily, but yeah, we need to account for that. 3 plus 3 is 6. Three plus 3 is 6, and I need 6 more. That would be 5 clubs and a diamond, I guess. I don't know. I would just take the percentage play in clubs. I don't know what else to do. If clubs don't behave, then I'm screwed anyway. And they should also play on diamonds at some point. I want to look at the solution of this, because it just seems like a pretty easy hand. I know that it's level 1, but it just seems like this theme has been discussed already. Like, is the point that starting on diamonds is a bad idea, or what? I mean, in terms of making or going down, it's the same thing. It's just that if you're wrong and you start playing on diamonds, and if you don't guess clubs, or if clubs are not 2-2, then you go down a lot more. So I guess that's the point. But here, under tricks, like how many under tricks you make is actually not a point of view. I think it. Ah, okay, because it's level, it's the B series, so actually you can. And so actually now there will be some things that are repeating 8 over 9 over. Okay, last board. Let's see. Last board. We're in 6 spades. We're missing an ace, so we need to figure out what to do about it. And the best way of playing this is to play a low onto the king in case East has 4 spades to the queen, and that's indeed what happens here. And that should be it. Just in case I forgot that the Queen of Hearts is high, I can also discard it. But I cannot discard a trump on the Jack of Clubs, because the word would be rough and not discard. Anyway, yeah, so that was it. 40 boards, 40 out of 40. I feel a bit better about my bridge, but maybe I shouldn't. That's the way it is. I'm just gonna stop it here. Thanks for watching. See you around.